Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm coming at you in Team Shadow Strike, and this is going to be a random discussion video about movies, and specifically movies that are coming up in 2016. But before I get to that list, I thought I would talk about the 3 movies that I'm looking forward to seeing before this year ends. So I'm going to go through all these as quickly as possible, so in the comment section below, feel free to tell me any movie I left out, leave your thoughts, share your feelings, whatever you would like to share, but please leave feedback. I always love to hear what you guys are thinking. Okay, so left for 2015. The first one is November 6th, 2015, Spectre. Now, this is a James Bond movie. Now, let me get this out real quick. I hate Daniel Craig. I hate Daniel Craig. I hate Daniel Craig. I hate Daniel Craig. I really hate Daniel Craig. He is a terrible James Bond. The only movie he's made so far that I've enjoyed was Skyfall, and that was the last James Bond movie. Now, the reason I will go see this one is because simply it's Spectre. You know, we're finally going to end. Christoph Waltz is playing the main villain, and that's pretty much it, you know? I've seen the preview, and it looks epic, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I'm not expecting a whole lot out of Daniel Craig's performance, because I never do expect much out of him, but I am looking forward to seeing Christoph Waltz. So, Spectre. December 18th, 2015, and if you classify yourself as a nerd, shame on you if you don't know the date for this movie, and that is Star Wars The Force Awakens. Finally, we get to see, Luke and Leia and Han back at it. The thing that's been talked about for the last 3 years, another Star Wars movie, and it's just months away. The theater where I live, I believe, is going to start selling tickets soon, for Christ's sake. This is arguably, if you were going to write out the most popular movie franchises, period, Star Wars would have to be top 3. And, that is how big Star Wars is. It has its own conventions, for Christ's sake. I'm not, a diehard Star Wars fan, but I do like Star Wars. I do like the stories. I've always been kind of a sci-fi person, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. Will I go see it on opening night? I might. I haven't decided yet. I might do it because I did go see Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith when those came out, But I don't know. I am looking forward to seeing what they do. It will be interesting to see Mark Hamill play Luke Skywalker again. The thing I'm mostly excited for is I can't wait to see Harrison Ford as Han Solo again. I love his role as Han Solo, and I cannot wait to see him do that again. So that's what I'm mostly looking forward to. But December 18th, 2015, Star Wars Force Awakens. And the last one, y'all are probably going to laugh at me for this, but it comes out December 23rd, 2015, and that is the next Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. I love the Chipmunks. I grew up watching the old cartoon because they showed it on one of the TV channels that I watched for cartoons, and I always just loved the Chipmunks. They made me laugh. They were silly. They were funny. And when the first cinematic movie came out with the animated Chipmunks and the real, and I completely drew blank on what that's called, but I'm sorry. I thought, people were, saying how terrible of a movie it was, and it was like, it's a kid's movie. It's supposed to be cheesy. It's supposed to be full of, cheap, laughs and things like that. But that's also the Chipmunks, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. I honestly may not go see it until it hits our cheap movie theaters, but I like the Chipmunks, and there's also a strong possibility I won't see it until it comes out on DVD, and that's fine too. But I'm excited for it. Now we're getting into 2016. And 2016 is going to be a hell of a year. There is a lot of good movies that are coming out. And one thing I want to mention real quick is, unfortunately, the way the cinema world works now is any movie that comes out nowadays, it's either a superhero movie, it's either a continuation of a franchise that's from a long time ago, it's either a sequel to another movie, or it is a remake, or it is a zombie apocalypse movie. And it's getting kind of annoying. I mean, there's a lot of movies that are making sequels that just need to quit. Ice Age 5. Ray Romano, I love you. I've met you twice. Yeah, twice. You're hilarious, but stop. I don't care anymore. The first one was great. The second one was yeah. The third one sucked. The fourth one made me want to blow my brains out. Stop. What else? How to Train Your Dragon 3, I'm actually looking forward to seeing, so not that one. But there's a lot of them out there, guys, and I'm pretty sure you can think of a couple others that just need to stop. But we'll get into these right now. The first one comes in February 2016, and that is the fourth wall breaking, Merc with the mouth, regenerating degenerate Deadpool. You know, Ryan Reynolds and we have been pushing for this movie forever, and they finally have given it to us, and it's just it's months away. The trailer is out now, and the trailer is absolutely hilarious. You know, a lot of people are already starting to complain, well, this is R-rated, I won't be able to take my kids to see it. And it's like, you know what? Kids shouldn't know who Deadpool is. And by kids, I mean, if your kid is less than 15 years old, they honestly don't need to be seeing this movie. And I'm sorry. They don't, because this movie, it's crude, it's violent, it pushes boundaries. There's going to be a lot of... It's kind of like, in my opinion, there are kids that watch Family Guy and American Dad and shows like that, and they shouldn't be, because it's just way above them, to that point. I mean, maybe there are audiences that should not see this movie. Maybe 15 is a little extreme, but any kid 12 or younger, 13 or younger, I'll say that, should not see, in my honest opinion, should not be allowed to see Deadpool. I'm sorry. This movie's not meant for kids. Deadpool is not a superhero to put on cereal boxes for kids. He is I call him the adult superhero. Even though he's not a superhero, he's an anti-hero, because Deadpool's really not a bad guy. He's really not a good guy. He's just Deadpool. But I am really excited for this movie. The trailer was awesome. Ryan Reynolds took shots at the worst superhero movie ever made in Green Lantern. I'm ready to see this movie. And, give Ryan Reynolds support for this, guys. He has not been able to make a successful movie since the Green Lantern bombed. So he is staking his career on this movie. So if you are a superhero comic book person, do us all a favor and go see this movie. Because God forbid, if this movie bombs or flops, which I personally don't think it will, I think it will set a new boundary. Because it is a rated R superhero movie, and people don't like doing that, because it sets a bad precedent. So if this movie were to bomb, Ryan Reynolds' career will be over. Every superhero movie from here on out will be PG-13 with sexual innuendo jokes that are recycled, that are old, and they will be cookie cutter. And, it's safe to say on paper that this movie technically should bomb. But look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, guys, on paper, that movie should have flopped on its face. Because if you take people who claim to be superhero fans but haven't read the comic books or don't know all the other stories out there, it is very rare to find someone who had heard of the Guardians before the movie. Now, I had heard of the Guardians for the movie through the comics, because my mom collected a lot of them, and I've read them through there, I've read them online, and I've always been a superhero person, so I kind of started at the top of the Marvel Universe and worked my way down, and I just came to them and I loved them. Now, when the Guardians of the Galaxy got announced, I was excited, but for every reason on paper, that movie should have flopped, but it didn't. It was arguably just as popular as the Avengers, so Deadpool, when it comes out, if you are a comic book person, please go see it. I think this movie is going to be groundbreaking. It is going to open the door for sequels of Deadpool, maybe another video game. Because I'm sorry, I thought the video game was fun. It wasn't Game of the Year material, but it was a fun way to kill time. Uh, so I'm really excited for the Deadpool movie. So next one comes in March 2016. Batman vs. Superman. I will admit, guys, I did not think Ben Affleck would be able to do a good Batman, and I still have my things to see if he puts it together. But from the preview from the trailer that recently came out, a lot of that disappeared because he looks like he got into the mindset to play Batman. The thing about playing Batman, in my opinion, is you have to kind of embrace being dark, because you got to keep in mind, guys, Batman, the reason I hate, my least favorite Batman movie is the one with Mr. Freeze played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't exactly remember what it's called. I think it's called Batman and Robin versus Mr. Freeze or something, but you can't play Batman like that. You know, even George Clooney has said he's hate that movie, and I hate George Clooney, and that's the only thing we'll ever agree on. But I'm about 60%, 65, 70. I'm about there, you know, but I'm really looking forward to this movie. I hope they stick real close to the comics for the Batman versus Superman story, because I love that. And honestly, I saw him. I don't like the new Superman, guys. I'm sorry. I just don't. I enjoyed the guy who played General Zod, but I just don't like him. I'm looking forward to seeing how it develops, but I think this movie will be great. But I'm still kind of holding on to see what they do. But as much as they've pumped this movie up, I think it will definitely be a must-see. So, I'm actually looking forward to it. So, next one comes in May 2016, and this is a big one. Captain America Civil War. A lot of people are referring to this as Avengers 2.5. You know, the Civil War story is basically the final door that we will go through before we enter the Infinity Wars. This is what's going to set up Avengers 3, which unfortunately doesn't come out till 2018. So this movie right here is going to be the movie to look forward to, guys, because in 2017 we do get Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we get Thor Ragnarok, but we don't get Avengers 3 until 2018, and the second coming in 2019. So we will have a ways to wait. But I am really, really excited for Civil War. I'll admit, guys, I was not a fan of Chris Evans in the first Captain America, and through Avengers and Winter Soldier, he hooked me. He finally convinced me that he was the right guy. So I will be interested to see how this movie ends. They are playing this movie super close to the chest. They are doing their best to make sure nothing gets leaked. I think it's insane how much this movie is being kept under the rug. Is Captain America going to get killed? Is he not? You know, what's Bucky's role going to be? There's a lot of superheroes that are returning, like Ant-Man. There's a lot of superheroes making their debut in it, like the new Spider-Man, the Black Panther. It's looking like it's going to be, groundbreaking. But I'm really looking forward to it. The war between Captain America and Iron Man. I am so pumped for this movie. This movie, by far, is going to probably be the best movie of the year as far as superhero movies go. So, May 2016, Civil War, can't wait. Another movie coming out May 2016 is X-Men Apocalypse. I kind of drifted away from X-Men for a while because I kind of got tired of it, but I did see Days of Future Past, and it kind of sucked me back in. Apocalypse, I am really excited for. Now, a lot of fans are worried about because Hugh Jackman, who plays Wolverine, this supposedly is the last movie on his deal, if I'm remembering correctly. So, and then he has said that he is going to step away from Wolverine. Now, he's threatened this once, but I don't. In my honest opinion, guys, as long as they're willing to throw millions, and I mean tens of millions of dollars in him to play Wolverine, I don't think Hugh Jackman's going anywhere. And especially if he's using, his head, he won't. Because, guys, Hugh Jackman hasn't been in any other movies really since he's been playing the X-Men movie because he just really doesn't need the money. But I'm excited for Apocalypse. This will probably be the first X-Men movie I have gone to see in the theaters for a while, because the last one I went and saw in theaters was X-Men 2. So I'm actually really excited for Apocalypse. So that'll be fun to see. Also coming out May 2016, and this one I'm kind of on the fence about, but I'm kind of excited for it just to see if they play it true to the original or if they fuck it up, and that is Friday the 13th. Now, I am a huge horror movie buff. When they remade Nightmare on Elm Street, I went and saw it because I love Freddy Krueger, I love Jason. I love the Freddy vs. Jason movie. I always love those two. And it's not because they were scary, it's because they were funny. I mean, the people who are like, I don't like Freddy Krueger, he's scary. And it's like, he's not scary, he's hilarious. I will be interested to see how they do this, because the original Friday the 13th, in my opinion, is one of the best horror movies there is. And I just hope they don't do what they did with Nightmare on Elm Street and completely change everything, because they did that with Nightmare on Elm Street, and a guy who played Freddy Krueger, absolutely terrible. I don't even remember his name. He was that bad. I just hope they at least keep it close. I have every Friday the 13th, and I have every Freddy Krueger movie. I just hope, for the sake of Jason's legacy, mainly in this one, well, only, that they don't screw it up. So, just please do not screw this up. And I find it weird that's coming out in May. I mean, honestly, to me, you'd put it out around Halloween. But that's just me. Next is June 2016, Finding Dory. Now, this, honestly, to me, it is surprising how long this movie took to get cleared. Finding Nemo is number 3 on Pixar's highest grossing movies of all time. It was done so beautifully. If you love animation, you should appreciate this movie just for the work and the dedication that Pixar put into this movie. It looks absolutely amazing. Along with being funny. Now, I'm looking forward to going and seeing Finding Dory, because I remember going to see Finding Nemo in the theaters when I was a kid. So I'll be interested to see if it's done equally as well. So that's something to look forward to. It's not like on my I can't wait to do list. It's just on that list of this should be fun to do if I have the time. Next comes, also in June 2016, is one of my favorite movies that came out recently. It's getting a sequel, and that's called Now You See Me, the Second Act. If you have not seen the movie Now You See Me, with Morgan Freeman, Woody Harrelson, and a lot of other good actors and actresses, you need to go see this or rent it, because the first Now You See Me is out on DVD. It might even be on Netflix. I don't know. It is definitely one of my favorite movies. It is just different. Magicians that rob a bank. I'm really excited for this movie. I really, really am. Jesse Eisenberg is in it as well, and I'm sorry, this is the best movie Jesse's ever done. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Now You See Me, the second act. So I'm really excited for it. Coming in July 2016 is a big one. Doctor Strange. I am so excited for this movie. Doctor Strange is by far one of my top 10 comic book characters. And the fact that they got Benedict Cumberbatch to be him, I didn't believe it when I heard it. I had to get this confirmed through a friend of mine named Scott and another confirmation from online because I was like, are you kidding me? The guy that plays Sherlock Holmes on television, he is amazing. He will be an amazing Doctor Strange. I am excited to see this. They have not released much about the movie except, basically Benedict, but I am really excited to see what they do with this. I love Doctor Strange. I can't wait. This is probably number 3 on my list of I need to see this in this year. I am so excited. Number 1 being Civil War, number 2 being Deadpool, and number 3 being Doctor Strange. I can't wait for Doctor Strange. If you do not know who Doctor Strange is, I encourage you to just research him a little bit online, and you'll become equally excited for this movie. Doctor Strange is an amazing character, and the fact that they were able to get someone like Benedict Cumberbatch to be Doctor Strange is absolutely insane. Also coming in July 2016, The Bourne Betrayal. I love the Bourne movies, except the 4th one that came out. Now, The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, and The Bourne Ultimatum with Matt Damon in it, I love those movies. The one that came out recently that didn't have Matt Damon in, I hated. It was terrible. And now, with The Bourne Betrayal, Matt Damon coming back, I am excited for this movie. And the fact that it's coming out in July 2016, and I think late July 2016, real close to my birthday, just even makes me happier. The fact that this movie comes out right around this time next year, around this time, I am so excited. Matt Damon is one of my favorite actors. I love him. I love all the Bourne movies. I love Good Will Hunting, and rest in peace, Robin Williams. That was one of your best movies ever. I can't wait to see this. It'll be absolutely amazing to see Matt Damon reprise his role as the super undercover secret agent Jason Bourne. And if it's done a lot like the book The Bourne Betrayal, I can't wait even more because I've read The Bourne Betrayal and it was fucking awesome. So I can't wait for that. And the last one, I was putting 10 on this list, and this was the only one I could justify putting on here. And that is November 2016, The Sinister Six. Now, I had a lot of high hopes for this movie. I really did. But I'm starting to lose a lot of faith in it. I'm sorry, the new Joker looks absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Will Smith is playing Deathshot. Will Smith, I like you. You're cool. Men in Black was fun. But I don't want to see you in a superhero movie. I don't know, guys. The Sinister Six, I was happy when the movie got announced, but once they started showing us the new Joker, they announced Will Smith would even be in the picture, I just started going, Now, maybe this will turn out like Batman and Superman, because when Batman and Superman got announced and they said Ben Affleck was going to be playing Bruce Wayne Batman, I was like, but he was able to, get my attention with, all this. But I've seen the trailer that they shown at Comic-Con. I'm sorry, I watched that trailer twice just to see if there was something to get me excited for the movie, and there just wasn't. I can't wait to see, what this movie does, but I can't say that I'm kind of worried for this movie, because people have been wanting a Sinister Six movie for a long time, and you're putting in a lot of things that could force this movie to bomb. I've talked to plenty of people about the Sinister Six. It's about 50-50 on both sides of the specter. It's on about both sides of it, of people who like the new Joker's look and people who don't. Will Smith, the general consensus I've gotten is people are going, "Oh my God, really?" So I'm just no. This movie got put on here literally because I couldn't find one to replace it. I'll be interested to see what they do, though. I am holding my breath, and I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not going to be unrealistic. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. And one other thing I'll say, um, some people have been asking me, have you seen the new Fantastic Four movie? And here's my review of it. Yes, it absolutely sucked. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for checking out the video. Please leave all your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Are any of these movies you guys plan to see next year? Are you excited for them? Which ones are your most favorite? Please give me and share all your thoughts with me, guys. I always like to hear what you're saying. So please, thank you very much for watching the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video for me, and I'll see you next time.